Which one are we gonna burn today? I think I want to do this one. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. You are watching Mix with Marcy. I wanted to show you guys something that I went and purchased. January 8th started a new journey for me. I will make another video about that, but on January 8th, I decided to go to Barnes & Nobles and look for a book. And which I went back twice in the same day. But I decided to go look for a book, and when I walked in, they had different center tables in the center of like the aisle, and with books on them. So I came across a section that had the same size book, but all of them had different covers. So there was a gold cover, a silver cover, red cover, purple cover, blue cover. I'm pretty sure there were more, but they probably were sold out on the other ones. And I wasn't sure if they were different books or if they were the same book. But of course, I did my little investigation, my research. I don't like to purchase anything that I don't know about or know at least something about it. So of course, I opened each book to look through it to see, is it the same? And each one, they were the same. So long story short, I purchased the book. I grabbed one that I felt like I would like to see in my collection. I didn't want anything too bright. I didn't want, let me just show you what I got and then I'll explain a little bit further. So this is the book that I got on January 8th. And the name of the book is not Connector. So what I learned when I was purchasing is that this series is a Barnes & Noble's limited edition, to where they personalize, I guess, each book to connect with a specific character in this book. Being that I did not read this book prior to purchasing it or really research about it, I chose Connector because I felt connected to the book, basically. Connector seemed more of my stilo versus the other ones that they had. They had Fire, they had Burner. No, it wasn't Fire. It was Burner, Seer. Let me tell you. I could tell you what it was. Okay, so they had Reaper, Connector, Titer, Burner, Winder, Lighter, Seer, Tamer, and Grounder, Welder. But I chose Connector, which I'm satisfied with because so far I like the book. I started it last night. Today is January 11th. So I started this book on January 10th. It did sit in here for a minute because I needed to have some quiet time to really get into it. But the name of this book is The Children of the Blood and Bones. So let me show you. The Children of the Blood and Bone. So the original book has a different cover, but this one at Barnes and Nobles, this specific edition at Barnes and Nobles was on a 50% off sale. So I actually got this book for $12.50 versus $25. So that was a good deal, and that makes it even more exciting to start reading it, because I'm a bargainer, and before I actually purchased this book, but before I went to Barnes and Nobles, I considered going to Goodwill, because Goodwill has books for $2. But I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I did spend the time on looking for a book and purchase this book specifically. So a little bit about this book. It is written by Tommy Adeyemi. And it was published in 2019. So it has like a map. Has a little map in there. Oh, wow. Is this a poster? So it has a poster back here. I didn't know that. I didn't dig that far. So far right now I am on page 32, which is chapter 3. So I said that to say this. I decided to purchase a book to read on my quality, read on my spare time, read for when I try and have quality time for myself. Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about this book that I got and how excited I am that I did purchase this book. I am in a different point in my life right now. Like I said, January 8th started a new chapter for me. And January 8th started my new year. And I'm excited for what is to come. I'm excited about what I'm going to learn about myself. And also I'm excited to incorporate things that I used to enjoy doing when I was younger. When I was younger, I would get a book this big and read this book in 7 days. I would be done in 7 days with a book like this, because once I start reading it, I like to read it until it's done. And that's what I like to do. So I was thinking that while I'm reading this book, I'm probably going to record myself and record my progress, I guess. And another thing is that I started doing on January 8th is to, not January 8th, but this past weekend, is to read the children bedtime stories. That's something that I never really done, but it is something that I've seen or maybe have thought of before, but never really took the time to do it. And now that I'm on this journey myself, as far as reading more books or getting more into literature, I want to incorporate that with our children and read them a bedtime story, basically. Read them a book at night so that they could see me reading, and maybe that would encourage them to want to pick up a book and read a book. So that is also a major part of that, is trying to inspire others by doing what you enjoy doing. So so this new journey that I'm on, is definitely going to be a experience, but there's nothing better than to be able to experience life, especially during a time like now. Like we've had worse, we've had harder, we've had more stressful years or days in our past, especially before I was born. And right now, this pandemic is something that we are all experiencing together, maybe for the first time. And I'm pretty sure it's probably for the first time because I don't remember when the last pandemic was. But we're all experiencing this together and having to compromise things that we normally enjoy doing or is used to doing, such as wearing a mask. We're not used to wearing a mask, but now it has become a part of our everyday life. So regardless of what's going on in the world right now, still having the drive and still having the joy of experiencing life. Yes, things aren't always going to be smooth, things aren't always going to be great, but it is how you react to what's going on. It is how you take the situation and turn it into something that is going to benefit you, or basically something that will help you get through it. For me, mentally, I know that I deal with a lot of ups and downs, especially when it comes to my hormones, dealing with PCOS and dealing with trying to learn my body and not knowing what's going on with my body and blah, blah, blah. But if I can do things to take my mind off of it, if I could do things to cope with it that's not going to hurt me or harm me, such as reading a book, that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, so I'm excited about what's to come, and I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys are enjoying being alive, and I hope you guys are really trying to tap into your inner self, because a lot of times we are very external, we're very materialistic, we're very copycative sometimes, and it's important to take that time to yourself to learn who you are. And that is something that will forever change or forever evolve, because as you grow, as you get older, as time passes, there will be things that you like that you used to like that you no longer like anymore. Or there will be a time where you thought you did not like anything, and all of a sudden, like, this is me, Anyhow, with all of that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get this day started. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Because I believe this will be my first video of the new year. So happy 2021. Do not let 2020 bring your 2021 down, okay? We all have to stay empowered, we all have to stay motivated, and we all have to stay on task, because there's a lot of great things coming. And if you want to be on that wave of the great things that's coming, you need to be a little bit more in tune with yourself and in tune with your life, and remove the things that's in your life that aren't doing you well, and remove the things in your life that are holding you back from your greater self. Not to get too much into it, but smoking for me is what I feel like was holding me back from being my greater self. There's nothing wrong with smoking. No, it's not healthy. No, it's not good for me, especially because I have asthma. But I realized that I needed to change and that there's something greater. There's greater out there for me. And in order for me to be able to reach those greater things, I need to leave some things behind. And smoking trees is definitely one of those. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But so January 8th started my new chapter, started my new year. My goal was to do it by the new year, but it's not really always good to say that, oh, well, by January 1st or January 31st is going to be my last day doing something. Like you have to pace yourself or gradually get yourself to that point of quitting. You can't just stop doing something. Excuse me. Because when you have a habit like that, your body gets so accustomed to you being that certain way. And for me, it was the act of smoking that was hard for me to stop, because it's like, if you're home and you're not doing anything, it's like, okay, well, I want to smoke. But I'm over that. You have to rise above smoking. Smoking is not your life. Smoking is not good for your lungs anyways. So I would probably try teas or edibles or something like that, but actually putting smoke in my lungs, I will no longer do. So I know this is probably like a really weird angle. I know that this was probably like a really weird angle, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Just a little sit down video, a little sit down and talk. I will tell you guys, I will give you a little update on this book the further I get along in it. But so far, there's a character, the main character, I believe, well, the main character so far, which she was the first one mentioned. Her name is Zelly. And Zelly is she's basically an orphan, but they don't call her an orphan, consider her an orphan in here. Well, no, she's not an orphan because her dad is still alive. Anyhow, this book is based off of the Orisha story. Not really certain if this is like true facts, but it's interesting to me because this book is interesting. But I'll get more further into that into the next video. But until next time, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Send me a message if you want. Follow me on Instagram at Mixed with Marcy. Also, if you could, click on another one of my videos and see what my channel is really about, and share it to your friends, share it to your Facebook, so that we can spread love and views. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching Mixed with Marcy.